Hey there, good morning. It's Donna Gilbert here in the desert of Arizona, sitting in my truck again because it is pretty cold outside. And I can be excited about sitting in my truck today. And this is the topic of today's live stream, talking about how our emotional state impacts not only how we show up on social media, but also whether or not we actually do. So, the first time I heard about the emotional scale was when another coach, I was in her coaching program, and she introduced it, and she provided a copy of Abraham Hicks's emotional scale that is in the book Ask and It Shall Be Given. I think that's the title of it. And or Ask and You Shall Receive. And I had never really thought about the emotional scale before that point, of how we have the low vibration energies, and it's a progress, right? And then you have your neutral state, and then you have the higher vibrations. And the things that we want most, the things that will make us feel so good, that will excite us so much, those are up here in that high level, right? Those are the desires that we put into the vortex. And frequently, the things that go into our vortex are the result of the contrast that we experience when we're down here. And the key to moving from down here, where we have the things we desire, the things we don't want, the things we want to change in our lives and in our experience, and getting up here is all about is all about our emotional state. So when we are coaches and healers, we have this higher purpose. We love those moments, sometimes brief, sometimes lengthy, when we're up here in this high vibe state, right? That's when we know we came here to make an impact on the world. We came here to heal others, to help them move beyond their trauma, to find the positive in that trauma, the low vibration experience, right? And we're here to guide them, to elevate them. But the reality is we can't jump from here to here just like that. Is it possible? I'm sure it is, because I believe that anything is possible. But for most of us, it's a progression. And we start off spending most of our time down here. When I was in my late teens, early 20s, this was my experience. I was role modeling my father's attitude, approach towards treating people, towards looking at life. The quote I put in my high school yearbook was, "Life's a bitch and then you die." And that was the philosophy, the personal philosophy I adopted. And it was when I was pregnant with my first child that I realized, I just had this light bulb moment of, I don't want my child to ever be embarrassed being around me, like I was frequently embarrassed by my father. And so I started a personal growth journey. And Jim Rohn, a business philosopher of all things, he was one of my first mentors. Never met the man, but his audiobooks had an impact on me. They changed the way that I was looking at life. And I started here, spending 100% of my time down here. And because of what I was learning about myself, about life, about how my thoughts impact how I feel, and then my feelings impact the actions that I take, I started slowly taking steps up. And I would spend a little bit less time down here and a little bit more time here. And then as time progressed, I would spend a little bit less time here and a little bit more time here. And it's this opportunity to expand our awareness of who we are and our consciousness about not only our own contribution to the world, but also the way that we allow things externally to impact us. When we know that we have everything we need right inside us. We have this direct connection to source, to universal energy, to collective consciousness. We know that. And yet we are human. And so we do the fluctuating, the up and the down. And our emotions are neither good nor bad. They are an opportunity for us to see and explore and be curious about other options. So, having said that, how does this relate to you promoting your services so that you can help transform the world? It's as simple as this. When you are feeling the disappointment, the discouragement, the frustration, the defeat. These energies, these vibrations are down here, right? And then if you're like me, you've started, stopped, started, stopped, started, stopped. You get frustrated, you give up, you're down here. And then your heart starts whispering to you again and saying, but this is what you came here to do. This is what you're meant to do. Let's go up here. Let's go to a little bit of courage, a little bit of neutrality of maybe it's possible, maybe. And then someone inspires us and we start thinking, oh, yes, I can do this. Perhaps it's someone that we know that we've been following and they've been like us, starting and stopping, starting and stopping. And then suddenly something happens and they start to attract clients to them. And you're like, what? What the F? So we dip down here and thinking the jealousy and the dismay and the unfairness of it all. And then because of who we are, we're light workers of the world, right? We can see that. And we don't wallow in that energy very long because we say, look at them go. If she can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. And so we start to raise our vibration and we start going full gusto again. And we repeat this cycle over and over again. And we can't quite keep ourselves up here. When it comes to social media marketing, our opportunity is to manage our emotions and address the doubts, the fears, the uncertainties as they arise. And rather than giving into them, learn to dance with them, learn to recognize them as the gift they are. Because when we feel the doubts and the fears and the uncertainties, the frustration, the angst, oh my gosh, am I really going to try this again? I've already tried 6 times. What will people think? What will my spouse think? What will my friends think? What will my siblings think? They're going to say, oh, there she goes again. There she goes talking about that woo stuff again. This Reiki crap. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And so we allow ourselves to stay down here. So our opportunity is to dance with those doubts and fears, with the lower vibrations, and just play with them. Say, yes, I doubt that this is going to work. I saw a great quote. Was it something? It may have been something that ChatGPT gave to me as a gift. Or it may have been, I don't remember where it came to me. But the old saying, been there, done that? It changed it just a little bit to been there, doubted that. And it's those doubts that are going to keep us down here. We may want. And if there's that little bit of doubt, that little bit of, will this work for me? How do I move past this? It's that little bit of doubt that's keeping us our dreams are up here and we're like right here. We can't quite move up because we have just that little bit of doubt. And if you're like me, each time you've started and you've stopped your coaching or healing practice, each time you've started and stopped and started and stopped, you feel like you're a little bit closer. You feel like this time is it. And then you give up. You throw your hands up and say, nope, can't do this. It's way out of my reach. This is too uncomfortable and it's too not me. We go into that place of, does this path to get me to that destination feel aligned with who I am? And I really believe that that's the struggle that I always had. It's like, am I willing to continue doing this? Am I willing to sustain this path so that I can get to where I want to go? Or is it too much of a sacrifice for myself as an individual? Is this pushing me not just out of my comfort zone, but into a zone I don't want to live in? Am I directing myself into a toxic environment for myself, a toxic experience for myself, just so that I can help other people? And for me, I realized that's not the way I want to go. I want this to be a joyful, joy-filled experience. I want to help other people while I'm enjoying my own life. Enjoying. It's part of my Cali wind philosophy. It's a combination word, yen, yearning, and enjoying. I want to want things and I want to enjoy the wanting of them, and I want to enjoy the journey to receive them. But if I'm sitting here thinking, F and A, that's what I have to do this, fine, I'll do it. Fine, fine, fine. And we know that when we women say fine, it's usually not fine, right? So we make that decision to just leave it behind because it's not worth it to us. It's asking too much of us, something we're really not willing to give. So we're setting those personal boundaries. Last July, I found a program that feels so good to me. It's teaching me social media marketing. It's helping me to overcome my own doubts, fears, and uncertainties. When I heard about this, I thought, here's just another program. Been there, doubted that. I didn't think it was going to work for me. And here I am almost 6 months later, still working the program, still learning the skills. Have I mastered it? Heck no. I'm far from mastering it. But what I am doing is I'm enjoying the experience. And on those days when my vibration is down here and I start to feel those doubts and those fears, some things you can do when you start to drift down and you notice that it's more than just for a few minutes. It's starting to wallow in that sensation, drifting into that victim mentality of it can happen for other people, but it can't work for me. Excuse me. And then we start to fall into that pattern of the disappointment, the doubts, the low vibrations. And what we can do to bring ourselves back to just a neutral energy is to just shift our energy, getting up, moving around, doing something else, doing something that we enjoy, whether that's reading a book, taking a walk, calling a friend, something that just shifts us away from what we were thinking in so that we're not wallowing in that lower vibration energy anymore. That emotional state that not only doesn't serve us, but it actually begins to sabotage our efforts. It's okay to have doubts for a few minutes. But when you allow those doubts to linger for days, for weeks, for months, for years, for decades, you see where I'm going with this, right? It holds us back because we're not going to take any action. The one thing we want to do for our clients is be an example, right? Now, we don't have perfect lives. In fact, I was re-listening to one of Jim Rohn's tapes a week or so ago, and he was doing a live seminar, and he was talking about that at one of his workshops, someone asked him, "So, Mr. Rohn, how are you doing with all of this self-development stuff?" And Jim Rohn's answer just cracks me up. It says, listen to me closely, but don't watch too. Listen to me carefully, but don't look too closely. Botched that, didn't I? And his point was, we are humans too. We are going to have challenges in our relationships, even if we're relationship coaches. We are going to have challenges with our physical condition, with our eating choices, with our exercise patterns, even if we are wellness coaches. We will have struggles within our businesses as we're trying to pivot or take a new direction or expand or cut back because it wasn't working for us. And even though we may be business coaches, we still have the contrast and then the celebrations, right? Doesn't mean that what we have to share is any less valuable because we're each on our own journey. I can't expand unless I experience the contrast. Have you ever thought about that? That you can't expand until you've had contrast. And whether you experience it personally or see it in someone else's life, or it's just a gift from the universe to make you aware of how things could be different. That's when you have the choice to say, I accept that, I'll go along with it, or I won't. And when we have the contrast, we can see clearly what we don't want. That opens us up to explore what we do want. And as we're on this social media marketing journey, this is one of the choices, one of the opportunities we have is to constantly check our emotions. And if we're not enjoying it, if we're not having fun with it, if we're not enjoying what we are putting out there as a desire, that's our opportunity to say, okay, something's a little off here. Let's take a look at that. Maybe taking a break, stepping away, like I already said, and maybe getting some physical activity, doing a little dance. Could be soaking in some quiet time. But you need to move beyond that state to take action. Something different to get you out of those thoughts so that the universe can fill you with a different perspective. Maybe you put on your headphones for the first time in months and you just listen to a favorite podcast. And on that podcast, that's when someone says something that lights a spark in you. Has that ever happened to you before? Let me know in the comments, because it's so powerful, so beautiful when we break free of our own things. And another energy of Caliwind. Caliwind is the energy of change. It's my personal philosophy that I share with you. The A in Caliwind stands for and. It also stands for abundance, ambition. Those are the ones that are coming to mind right now. So those are the ones someone needed to hear. But that's that emphasis on more. And when we start to be in the lower vibrations, the lower emotional states, and we open ourselves to that possibility of more, and what's next, and how can I make this better? It's exciting, and that can get you pumped up. And if those thoughts of been there, doubt that, pop into your mind, that's when you need to just say, nope. Michelle O'Neill, the mentor in this program that I promote, she talks about creating a doubt jar, and just a mason jar or just a little box, something so that when you have doubts, you write them down, you put them in the doubt jar. You don't have time for those. You don't have time for those doubts. They don't serve you. They will just keep you stuck. Our number one role as coaches and healers is to manage our own energy so that we can serve others, so that we can show up in a way that is true to us. Another A word is authentic. We need to find the way that suits us well. As I've said, I've been in so many coaching programs and I've read so many books and blog articles and watched videos on everyone has their own method. And I love that there are so many options. There are so many options. And my job is just to keep looking for the one that fits for me, the one that's sustainable for me, the one that every day I get up excited being able to do it. That's how I was this morning. It was near freezing temperatures here this morning when we woke up this morning in our trailer. I'm a nomad, semi-retired. We live in a 7 by 14-foot cargo trailer, wintering down here in southern Arizona in the desert. And it still gets cold at night. And the temperature was around freezing. Woke up this morning and it was 58 degrees in our trailer. So I put the heat on, snuggled under the blankets, really, really nice. And the thing I was thinking was, I can't wait until because it was not light yet. I can't wait till it gets light out. And I can't wait until I can go live on YouTube. Because I am enjoying this. This is day 23 of me going live. And I did this is a good point. So on Sunday, I talked about tracking progress because I'm a student as well as a guide for people who want to go through this program, who want to learn social media marketing in an effective way, an impactful way to attract clients. And so it occurred to me that sharing my stats would probably be helpful because we kind of get into the woe is me thing of, but no one's watching. So does it matter if I even show up? And I would challenge you to convince me that it doesn't matter for you to show up. It matters just showing up, because when you show up in that moment, you just do the best that you can because it's in your nature. You're not someone who just phones it in. You may not wanna be there, you may not wanna do an activity, but if you're there, you're going to give it your best shot. So, on Sunday, I had done my live stream, and I talked about how I was going to start tracking my views from my live streams, and if I got any new subscribers from them, and the watch time. So, after finishing that, and I had thought of that in the morning before I went live. I did not want to take the time to go find that information before live streaming because it would have messed with my day flow. It would have just kind of thrown me off. So, I also, so I did it afterwards. And I'm glad I did because, the information was somewhat depressing. It really was because I'm a new channel, even though it's been live for a long time and I have a lot of videos on it now. Some of them were videos that I created in the past. And so I didn't know exactly what date range to do it because, every day. So I settled on just within the first 24 hours. You can sort and filter for your analytics, for your data. And so I just did for the first 24 hours. And some of these live streams have 0 views. So I put something out into the world and no one ever looked at it. Some of them have 2 or 3 views, but there's still 0 watch hours, which means they watched for seconds. Um, I think there were only 2 videos that got me subscribers, and I'm pretty sure that those subscribers came from the digital growth community that I'm a member of, because we get to share our links and support each other and encourage each other and help to build up engagement. So it's a tool to use. So it was like, at the time, so what is today? Tuesday. So I had done 19 videos, 18 videos that had a 24-hour period, something like that. And I thought, is this even worth it? And I allowed myself to linger that doubt for about 3 seconds, and then it was like, "Heck yes, it's worth it." Because number 1, I'm excited, I am fired up. I also believe in the power of consistency. So, back in November, I started a Pilates app on my phone, and I have been doing it faithfully every day. I think I'm at day 73 now. Today was a rest day, so I didn't have to do it. But when I started, there were some things that I could not do. And the other day, I realized I can get up off the ground without using my hands. That was exciting because every day I'm just doing Pilates for 10, 15 minutes. There's usually 9 to 12 exercises, each one about a minute long. And you just do it. You don't think about it. It's just something you do. And I can get up off the floor without having to use my hands now, without having to pull myself up, to push myself up. That was so exciting. I went inside and it's like, honey, look, I can get up off the floor without using my hands. For us older people, this is a sign of our fitness condition. Because what if I were to fall and I hurt my hand and I needed that to be able to get up off the ground? But I don't need that because I've done this work. And that's the power of consistent action. Another example is I learned this many years ago, but it was working to my detriment at the time. I was eating these little snack boxes of chocolate covered raisins, 100 calories per box. And I thought, you know what? It's only 100 calories. And so I was eating 1 box a day. But then over the course of a year, that added up to about 10 pounds. Yikes. It's amazing how little things, little actions consistently taking will either bring us up or they'll bring us down. And we have control over that. We just need to be aware of them. Check our emotions. Why was I eating those raisins every day? Well, because I was bored. It became part of my habit. They were a helpful reprieve in the middle of a stressful workday. I needed to find another way to deal with that stress. I needed to find something else to do with that 30 seconds of probably not even 30 seconds, poured it in there. They're gone. 100 calories, 10 pounds a year. It's crazy. But this is what we do. So consistent action matters. Showing up every day matters. I love in this program that I promote, I love that it focuses on the consistent action and also gives us some tools to be able to do that when our energy is wonky. And whether it's a physical energy, an emotional or mental energy challenge that we face, because she teaches us also how to batch create content so that you can take a few hours over a period of time, few hours in a day or something, and create many days worth of content so that all you need to do is go in and post it and share it. And that takes very little energy. That's just the energy of being on your phone. And we can do this so that we are consistently being out there. And then on those days when you're really high energy, you're taking a walk and you listening to a podcast, someone says something brilliant, you can just stop right there and you can just pause and hold up your camera and or your camera phone, take a video and say, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." And then you post it. Because that high vibration piece of content is really going to make an impact. But we have our emotional states and it all impacts how we show up every day. And we don't have to show up happy every day. This is not about faking it. This is about showing up and saying, I don't want to be here today, but you know what? I'm here. I've done a couple of those videos in the past 23 days. Just show up as yourself, share your journey. For me, the journey I'm sharing is experiencing this program. And let me tell you a little bit about this program. So, the Legacy Builders program is a social media marketing course, and it's an online business because we have the master resale rights to this course. Now, the way I look at this program and the thing I love about it is I'm not looking at it as a business. Yes, I have the potential to earn. One of the big things people say is you can earn while you learn. And that's very true. We can. But I look at it as an internship because I want to learn the skills. I want to learn the skills so that I can use them to promote the online courses, the self-development courses that I've created. I want to help coaches and healers who feel unseen, unheard, and unrecognized for their unique gifts to help transform the world, to raise the energy of the planet. I want to help them feel comfortable and confident and consistent on social media so that they can draw in those people they came here to serve. It's powerful. Within this program, I've not only learned how to set up automations so that everything is done behind the scenes. I create my content and then people can come to me. But it also is teaching me how to identify and connect with my ideal customer. I always want to call it a customer, client customer. The stories, telling stories to make that connection because we remember the stories people tell. Many years ago, many years ago, I was a member of Toastmasters and I was feeling really good about the skills that I was learning. And I wanted to share what I was learning with women who were going through transitions, whether it was through divorce, marital struggles, domestic abuse, looking for jobs. They've been stay-at-home moms and now they're transitioning back into the workforce. And there was a community program that supported these women. And so I contacted them to see if they would like a guest speaker talking about public speaking. And so I did, I think 3 or 4, 5 workshops with that program. And I told the story of what brought me to join Toastmasters and never thought about it. A couple of years later, I am at a Denny's restaurant after a Toastmasters meeting with a good friend of mine who's also a member. We met through Toastmasters. And we're sitting there and we're eating, just having dessert. And the waitress came over and she said, "Oh, late night out, ladies." And we said, "Oh, we just came from Toastmasters." And she said, "Oh, one of these days I'm going to get there." She said, "I heard about it. I was in this program and a woman came and she talked to the group and she talked about what made her go to Toastmasters. And she told me my story. She repeated my story back to me. For decades, I had felt unseen, unheard, and overlooked. And this woman, this stranger, had attended one program that I was a speaker at, and she remembered my story. She didn't recognize me. She didn't remember anything about me, but she remembered my story. And that is the power of our stories. When we make that connection, because as soon as she heard the word Toastmasters, she knew, I want to get there someday. It's amazing. And you never know whose lives you're touching with your stories. And the beautiful thing about social media is that what we're putting out here today can still be seen and heard years from now. The format might change somewhat, but it's still out there. People can still access it. And when we share these messages of encouragement and support and growth and unity and healing and transforming, when we share these messages, someone has an opportunity to hear this message that I'm sharing with you right now, years from now. How cool is that? Just like this woman, this waitress at a Denny's, remembered my story. This is the impact that we have. And yes, there's the onus of responsibility with that too, right? Because whatever we say, this happens all the time in political circles, right? Things come back to bite you. So be careful with your words. But we have the hearts of the angels, the healers, the guides. We're not intentionally saying things to harm people. Can we evolve? And can we change our approach and our status, our philosophies about things? Of course. Of course, we don't have to hold on to our beliefs from today and say, yes, this is the way it is. This is how I will always believe. No, we can be the examples. We can be the role models and say, yes, I did believe that. Ooh, was I off base? I am sorry for the people that I offended, that I hurt, because I was wrong. How can people attack you if that's what you're worried about? Saying something wrong so that people attack you. If you said it, acknowledge it. If you said it and it was misunderstood, try to clarify that. But don't let it hold you back. These doubts, the fears, the uncertainty. It is an uncertain world. It's risky putting yourself out there on social media. And the energy of change, the energy of Caliwind, and you came here to make an impact. And the choice is always yours. It's your emotional state that is going to help you or hold you back. And we have control over our emotional state. We just think different thoughts. We distract ourselves. It's as easy as that. We become more aware. I notice this always happens in this situation. How can I prepare myself for the next time this happens? Do some scenario building in your mind. Envision a different response. It may take you a while to make that your practice, but it can happen because you'll start to catch yourself. You'll start to notice those warning signs earlier. Frequently, we feel something energetically within our body when we're going into a situation that is uncomfortable, some place where we don't feel safe, whether it's physically or emotionally or mentally. We feel like we have to be on our defenses. Our body is going to tense up. It's going to prepare for that. When we can start to notice those sensations in our body earlier, we can start to consciously make different choices of, I'm not going to engage with that person. Or this is the handy excuse I have. Oh, gotta run. It's becoming more aware of who we are, how we're feeling, and whether we want to feel that way. There are days, there are days when I just want to wallow in being angry, being kind of a pathetic little whiny baby of the world isn't treating me nice. We all have those days. I want to be mad, don't mess it up. One time I was working and I was ticked off about something, and one of the maintenance techs came over and he says, "Donna, are you okay?" It's like, "Don't be nice to me. Don't you dare be nice to me right now." And he's like, "Whoa, what?" And I said, "I'm pissed off and I want to be pissed off. So don't be nice to me right now." And so I snapped at him, but he just started grinning. And I was like, "Effing A, Vernon. Now how am I supposed to be mad now that you have me laughing?" And so that moment was gone. But we have those moments where we just want to embrace the fire. And sometimes someone's going to come and mess it up for us. Just like we assume that if we're feeling good, if we're really up here, that someone's going to mess it up for us. Only if we let them. So, social media marketing, if you're a coach or a healer and you want to build a business, perhaps you want to replace your current income, perhaps you just want to help people on the sign extra. Putting yourself out there on social media is the easiest way to get that exposure that you desire. You want people to recognize your talents, your gifts, your calling. So there is a program that, like I said, I treat it as an internship. It is an opportunity to earn money while you're doing it, but I really focus with my customers, with my clients on building the skills, because the money that you can earn from this isn't just income. It's proof that you can market yourself on social media to promote a digital course. And that means that you can promote yourself on social media to market your services, the real impact you came here to make. But it's all about developing skills, all about developing skills. So you may be thinking, but how does it all work? Well, for this internship, again, this is my approach to it is do I have this right? Yes. All right. So this is the website where you can go to learn more if you're interested. Take a screenshot of this. Let's see. Let me pull it back. Take a screenshot of this if you're interested. And so with this, as an internship, we are getting the course, which is teaching us the skills. And we also get a business in a box. And this is like your study program. This is the school project. Okay. And what you get with that is a landing page, which is where people can enter their email addresses. So you're learning email marketing as you're going through this program too. And that's vital for us coaches and healers. It's vital for anyone who's using social media, because in the US, what happened here on Sunday, the 19th of January, TikTok went away because a law was passed banning it in the United States. And then incoming President Trump, he promised that he would sign an executive order to delay that law so that TikTok had an opportunity to sell it to someone else. So it came back on. But for everyone who was only using TikTok in the United States, I'm sure they went into a state of panic. This is the reason it's so important to attract people to your email list so that you can market to them, and not just market to them, but stay in touch with them, even if a social platform goes down or if it bans your account or if someone hacks your account. So we have a landing page. In just a minute, I'll show you what these things look like in real life. So you have a landing page, which takes people to a thank you page once they've put their email address in. And this probably sounds familiar. If you're a coach or a healer and you've tried to set up your business, this probably looks and sounds very familiar, right? So you have a thank you page. This has a video on it talking more about this program. And then at the same time, they're also added to your email list where emails are automatically sent out one a day to people that join your list to see how interested they are. With the Legacy Builders program, all of this stuff is created for you, and there are actually 13 emails that you start with. You can customize them, you can change them, You can use them or not use them. It's all your choice. And then we have the sales page. So the thank you page, they can go directly to the sales page and then purchase the program if they're interested. And then from the thank you page for me, because I put a video on it talking about it being an internship, I have a link to another video page where Michelle O'Neill, who is the founder and the creator of this program, where she talks more about what the program actually is, which is teaching social media marketing skills, teaching affiliate marketing, teaching the storytelling and the identifying your ideal customer, how to create your own courses, digital products, how to fully automate your business. And this is all provided. And so this is a playground for us. So if you're thinking about your coaching and healing practice, and you're thinking about setting up a system to capture email addresses, to create a thank you page and a sales page, and it just feels overwhelming. It's not something you've ever done before, or you've tried and it's the design, you're not sure of how it looks, and you overthink things, and oh my gosh, how do you choose a font? We go into decision paralysis. And instead, we need to be the deciders of decisions. We need to just start focusing in on what is important and what matters. And this program, as an internship, helps us do this because we don't have to make any of these decisions. We are given this box, this digital box that has everything in it. All we have to do is take things out, put some things together. And we have step-by-step tutorials to do this. These are not like IKEA instructions, which I've heard. I've not purchased anything from IKEA, but I've heard that the instructions are really bad, but because of the nature of the products that they build, you don't really need them. This has step-by-step video tutorials telling you everything you need to know to get things set up. So that is the structure of it. This is what it actually looks like. Let's see. Oh, did it turn? Good. Okay. So this is my landing page. And I have changed this. I have customized this a little bit, but there is a, that's weird, all the reflections. I'm just seeing, it looks like there's a flying saucer up there. That's our puck sticker. So anyway, let's see if I can get some of that glare off. But this is a place where you can put your email address. And then when you do that, you go to, this is the thank you page. And you scroll, this is so awkward, but I'm doing it, right? So this is the video that I created where I talk about this as an internship. And then you have some buttons you can push. One takes you to another video page with Michelle O'Neill. The other takes you to the sales page. And there are testimonials here. And this is all pre-built for you. You don't have to put all of this together. So then that video page comes to here. And this is, and I'm going to start this. So this page right here, this capture page, this is the design that you get with it. And they do show you how to change the picture. But this is actually the copy for it. And it says, discover how to start an online business with a proven blueprint. And again, that's not the focus for me. I'm not promoting this to resell the program. I'm promoting this so we can learn the skills. We have bigger things to promote. But if we don't have the skills, we don't have the confidence, we don't have the clarity on who and what we're talking about, it's going to be really hard. And it's going to make it easy to not be consistent in what we're doing, to lack that commitment and follow through. Because we're like, I'm really not sure what I'm talking about. This is what this program is going to teach you. So then we also have a full sales page, which is proven to convert. All of the questions people have are provided on here. And there is some customization you can do to it. And we're told how to do that in those videos. One of my favorite things about this program, using it as an internship is that I'm not emotionally attached to the products that I'm selling. These are up to 4 e-learning courses. And I didn't create the courses, but I get to resell them for 100% profit. All I have to focus on is learning how to market them. I have digital courses that I've created, self-development based, and all I need to learn how to do is promote them. Those are the skills I'm learning in this program. But here's the difference. I'm emotionally attached to my courses. I worry about the price. Is it too high? Is it too low? Could I get more? How many do I need to sell to make what I'd like every month? The prices are preset with this program. We can't change the price. So we get to be very comfortable saying, I have a $100, a $300, a $600, and a $900 level. That's the price. Yes, we offer payment options. That's all set up in the automations. Because this automation, this system, this works 24/7 for us. I'm doing this video today. If someone watches it 3 weeks from today, they're going to have this information. They're going to see this website. They can go to that website, put their information in, start following that automated process, start getting emails from me with more information about the program, my take on this as an internship. And they can make the decision whenever they're ready, or they can unsubscribe at any point when they realize, yeah, this really isn't for me. I don't have to be part of that process. This frees me up to enjoy my life. This frees me up to, today we're going to go to an RV show, and it's a big deal here. We're getting ready to build a new trailer, and so we're going to be looking at some ideas. But I get to do what I want. I can create another signature coaching program. I can create more videos. I can batch create my content. I can learn a new hobby. I can do whatever I want because the automations are capturing all of that information from interested people. I can engage with, and as I attract clients, I can work with my clients. That's a crucial thing. That's what so many coaches say, right? If only someone would bring me the clients, I just want to work with them. I don't want to deal with the marketing BS. But if you have your own business, the marketing BS is part of it. And so we can change our energy around it, the emotional thought that we have around it. Is it a necessary evil, or is it an amazing opportunity? Necessary evil, amazing opportunity. Why? Because we can't help everyone in every moment. Our time is limited, and whether we work one-on-one, whether we do group coaching, whether we have digital products, which those open the doors to many opportunities for serving many people all at the same time, right? But, just lost my train of thought. Yeah, getting old. Not sure where I was going, but not sure how to get back. So the emotional connection, okay. So the emotional aspect of it, the emotional appeal of it is we want to just help our clients, right? But when we're showing up on social media and whether we're sharing tips, whether we're talking about the emotional impact of how our actions, how our emotions impact our actions, when we're sharing that information, there are people who may be watching this in the future, because apparently no one's watching right now. There are people who will hear something that I say and they'll have a light bulb moment and it will change their life. May only change it a little bit, maybe a big thing. Maybe a big thing. But we don't know. We'll never know. Michelle O'Neill, the creator of this program, she recently shared the story. She had shared this story many times, but a different perspective struck me. She shared the story of how she discovered this program. She was doing MLM. She's a mom of 6, wanted to be home with her kids. So she did daycare, she did MLMs. And then the company she was selling products for, they restructured the commission program. So her income went from $7,000 a month down to $3,000 a month. She couldn't live that way, so she's looking for another opportunity, and she had some things that she wanted to experience this new opportunity. She was scrolling on Facebook one day and a post, just a picture post, caught her attention, and it said, "No MLM, 100% profit, 2-hour work day, no bothering family and friends, fully automated system, no tech." And she thought, "That's exactly what I want." And so she asked for more information. And this transformed her life. And it not only transformed her life, it transformed the lives of the 48,000 people who have joined this program. 48,000 people, because she saw one post on Facebook. Now, what if that creator had not showed up that day? What if she had said, "You know what? No one's responding to my stuff. No one cares. I'm just going to give up again. Just going to give up again. It's not meant to work." But instead, she showed up. She made one post. Michelle O'Neill saw it, commented on it, got more information, joined the program. And now, and there's some other things in the background. I don't know how things went, but now she's recreated what she learned into this program that has helped 48,000 people, help them learn digital marketing skills, help them learn how to earn passive income online, help them learn and earn affiliate marketing, help them learn how to create their own online courses. That's a huge impact from one person showing up. And even if 47,000 of the 48,000 people in this community do nothing with this program, that other 1,000, how many lives can they impact? How many lives can you impact because you showed up? Michelle O'Neill has this amazing vision. And if you are short on vision, she is someone to follow. She is an amazing role model for this. She has shared with us her goals as she's started with this program. And her current goal is to help 1,000 people become self-made millionaires using this program. How big is that? My vision, because I discovered I was several months into this program and I was complacent, and I realized I didn't have a vision. I didn't have a vision for myself. I didn't have a vision for my customers. And so it was easy for me. I was showing up every day, but I didn't really have a spark, didn't have a passion for what I was talking about. I was intrigued by the idea of this as an internship, but I didn't know quite what to do with that. And then I was watching one of her videos and she was talking about having a vision that's bigger than yourself, a vision that sparks within you to get out of bed and share what you're doing, what you're learning with other people. And it will have an impact on them. And so my vision is to help 62 coaches and healers learn and embrace and expand themselves through social media so that they can attract the clients they came here to make. And I am excited about this. And this is what helps me get fired up and show up every single day. This is a journey. It is a process. And these are skills we are learning that no one can ever take away. These are skills that so many people are not willing to learn. They want to learn it and be able to just do it. But it doesn't work that way for most of us. Most of us need this training period, the clinic hours. I always go to a cosmetology school when we're back in Maine to get my hair cut. And I've been going to this place for 30 years because I love the excitement of the new students. And they have to, in Maine, I think it's 1,500 hours of classroom and clinic time before they can take their state licensing boards. 1,500 hours to learn a skill, to practice it, to master it, to feel comfortable. Not just reading about it in a book, not just trying it a few times and saying you're good to go. 1,500 hours. What are you willing to dedicate to promoting your business, your coaching services, to help transform the lives of people you came here to serve? Are you willing to put that time in? I am looking for 62 coaches and healers who are ready to say, I'm not quitting again. I want to find a system that is going to teach me everything I need to know step by step with an automated system so that I can learn, I can implement, and then I can enjoy my life. I can serve those clients. I have the time to serve them. It's not a feast or famine thing of you promote, you promote, you promote, you get some clients, you focus 100% of your time on those clients, and then they finish, their transformation is complete, they run out of money, whatever reason they leave, and you're like, oh crap, I don't have any clients anymore. And you go into this, gotta promote, gotta promote, gotta promote. This program is going to teach you a sustainable way to promote your services so that there's not a gap, so that you have a waiting list of people who want to work with you. And that's going to help you expand, and maybe you'll start doing group programs. Maybe that will be what you need to start creating an online program. And all of the information on how to do that is in this program. It is amazing, and I'm here to help 62 before I turned 62 years old in May. And today I ask you, are you going to be one of them? Type ready or me in the comments. Type me in the comments if you would like to learn more information about this. If you are tired of quitting, of the disappointment, the defeat, the discouragement, the doubts, the fears, the uncertainty, those low vibration energies, if you're ready to push those behind you, to tuck them in a jar and say, I don't have time for you. I have worlds to change, lives to change. Start stepping up that progression. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I can help you do. Because I'm not just a student of this program, I'm a mentor, I'm a guide of this program, and I have my own coaching abilities that will help you be more successful and move past those doubts and the fears. All right. So if you would like to be one of those 62, type me in the comments. I would love to get this information to you, or take a screen capture of this in the description as well, www.callywindcreates.com, because Cali Wind is the energy of change. And Cali Wind is my personal philosophy. So got nothing better than that to say. I hope to see you in the program. I would love to work with you because we have lives to change, including our own. Have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.